Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Today's video is going to be a tutorial using the brush set that was in my last video that was designed by Angie from Hot and Flashy. This was her collab with BK Beauty. These brushes are absolutely beautiful. I've actually kept them in the box because I was so tempted to use them. I didn't cheat. I haven't used them ahead of time. I haven't practiced with them for this video. I figured I would use them for the first time with you guys. I don't know if this is going to be a disaster, but if it is, you guys will be along there with me. Makeup is so much fun, so we're just going to see how these brushes perform, what kind of look that we can do, and I will let you know at the end how I like using them. Before we get started, I just wanted to let you know I have on my skincare, my sunscreen. I also have on my foundation. I use the Clinique Even Better Clinical, and I mixed it with the Clinique Even Better. This one seems to be a little dull, and this one is a little too glowy, so I mixed them together, and that's what I'm wearing. I obviously don't have any eyeshadow on. I don't have any blush on or concealer because I want to go ahead and use all the brushes in the set, so let's get going. I'm going to start with the concealer. I'm going to use a LANCôME Tint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. My color is Buff Neutral. This is a beautiful concealer, has the big doe foot, has a flat area there. I'm just gonna go ahead, put a little bit here and there. Let's see how this blends out with this brush. Now this is the A506 brush. This is Angie's concealer brush. Let's see how this works. It's very, very soft. So I do like to go up over my eyes because my eyelids tend to be red and I have a lot of veining. So at least I'm getting some coverage. It actually blends out really nicely. This looks really pretty. I'm going to put a little speck up here. This is like a little broken blood vessel that I have up there. It just never goes away. So let's see if we can cover that. It's really dark. So if I can just cover it a little bit. Okay, so the concealer is on. My eyes are very crinkly underneath. They're exceptionally dry. I'm really happy with this brush. It's soft. A lot of brushes, when you go under your eye, they feel like they're scratching the skin under your eye, which is thin to begin with, and then having scratchy bristles on it does not help. I think that looks nice. I'm just going to jump in and go ahead and do my eyes. I'm going to use the Catrice Basic Bay palette. I think that this is a really nice palette for fall. I like the color story. So we're going to try to do just a nice everyday fall look with this. All right, and I'm going to use the brushes in order. The first one is the 501. This is the lid shader. So I'm going to start with going in with the basic right here. I'm going to use the lid shader. I'm going to go all across my lid with this. I love the size of this brush. It goes right on my lid. A lot of brushes are too big for my little wrinkly eyes. This is really nice. I like this a lot. So far, so good. Love the size. Okay, so I went ahead and did that. Okay, I'm sure you can see how light my lids look right now. Crease Shader is her 502. So this is the Crease Shader. You can see it's not as flat. It's more upright with a tapered edge. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. I'm going to start with this color right here. I always try to start lighter and then go darker. Like a pretty fall, almost like a burnt orange kind of color. That's really pretty. Do my outer corner. I always bring it up on the lid because I can always lighten up this area. My natural crease is lower, so I want to try to make that look higher. So I will go up above it, up in here. That looks really pretty. I'll go ahead and do the other eye. Again, start from the outer corner and work my way in. So far, I'm really impressed with these brushes. I think it's the size that's really getting me. Well, on top of the quality. These are really nice. They feel good in your hand. I feel like I have really good control. Now, I think I'm gonna go in the outer corner a little bit darker. So I'm gonna go in with this guy here. I'm just gonna add a little want to see how much this product picks up. I'm going in very lightly into the pan. Like I said, I always like to start light, and then you can always build from there. You know, if you put too much on first time around, it's a little bit harder to remove any of that if you have too much. Okay, so we'll do the outer corner. I'm gonna go up here and darken this a little bit. This is really pretty. It's amazing what good brushes can do. I feel like I can get a lot more detail using these. That looks really pretty. I'm gonna put a little more in the outer corner, try to darken that up a little, right on the outer edge. Now she does include a blending brush in here. It's the 503. It's a little bit more fluffy, so you can blend. So I'm just gonna go and use this lightly. It's very soft. Oh, it blends amazingly well. All right, now, so I'm gonna use the A505 brush. This is the Shimmer Brush. She designed this to apply shimmer shadows. You can use this for any shadow, actually, if you wanna put some color right in this area and pack it on. It's on the stiffer side, so we're gonna see how this performs. I am going to use this shimmer right there. I'm gonna go ahead and see how this picks up the product. Oh, this is really nice. It's not picking up too much product. It's just firm enough to be able to get the shimmer on the lid. I am liking this set a lot. This look is coming out much better than I thought it was gonna be. Wow, wow. Way to go, Angie. I am very impressed. And I know I already said this, but I really think this comes down to the sizes of the brushes. She really put a lot of thought into these brushes. If you do have hooded eyes, we don't have a lot of surface area. So far, these brushes have been the easiest eye brushes I've ever used. I honestly think it's because the sizes of the brushes just fit perfectly with the mature, hooded, not so perfect, wrinkly eye, but this looks gorgeous. Now I'm gonna go in with a lighter color. I'm gonna go in with this one here, and I'm just gonna see what this does to the inner corner. Let's see here. Just lighten that up a little bit. Isn't that pretty? This palette's actually really nice too. I'm really enjoying this. I'm gonna put a little bit right in the center here. Lighten that up. That's pretty. Absolutely loving this. I'm going to go in with her detailer brush, which is the 504. I'm going to use this to line my eyes with eyeshadow. I want to see how this works. So I'm going to go in with the darkest color, and I'm going to see what we can do right on my lash line. Let's see if I can get this in here. Ooh. Now I know this brush is much wider and fluffier than a smudger, but I'm really liking this because I do find with the smudger sometimes I get too thin of a line up top, and then when I put my mascara on, you no longer see the liner anymore. I think this is a perfect line. Let's do the other side. It's not putting on too much, it's not putting on too little. This is beautiful. And I know anyone can use these brushes, but I can clearly see now how she designed these for mature eyes. If you have hooded eyes, if you have not so perfect young eyes, these are brilliant. I can't say it enough. I can't believe how my eyes are coming out right now. I'm going to go ahead and do my lower. I'm going to use a little bit of a lighter color there. I know I'm staying very neutral and earthy, but that's my whole fall look. Let's see how this goes. Now what I'm doing is I'm just dipping the tip of the brush right into the color. If you're going to line with this brush, you certainly don't want to get the shadow all around the sides because then you'll just be making a mess on your face. You can see that. I'm just dipping the tip in there. This is really pretty. So nice. I think I'm going to go back in with her blender. I think I need a little more blending over here. This is so light and fluffy. I felt like I had a little bit of a harsh line here. That just blended that out amazingly well. I'm going to go back in with the shimmer brush, And I'm gonna just lighten up a little bit more in here. Pretty, 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 pretty. Wow. And I'm also going to use the shimmer brush to just do a matte lighter shade up in here just to highlight the brow bone. I don't necessarily like putting shimmers up in here. I think that's pretty. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like that for now. I'm really happy with it. I'm going to go ahead and put blush on with her blush brush. I'm going to go in with the BUXOM blush that I purchased during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. This is the Havana. I actually ended up ordering all of them, but I absolutely love the Havana. Use her blush brush. I'm going to go ahead and put that. Let's see how this goes on. That's pretty. I love how she designed this brush. As we get older, you want everything to lift. And the way she shaped this, you can stay right in here and just make everything lift. Well done. And I am noticing when I'm putting the brush in the pan that it's not flat. This portion here isn't flat at all. It's rounded. So when I'm putting it in the pan, I actually feel just the center here hitting. You can actually see that right there. That this is the only portion of the brush that is hitting the powder, and it's doing such a good job. A lot of brushes like this kind of just make a mess of your face when you go to put your blush on. You end up with blush where you don't want it, or you bring it down here, which can actually make your face look a little bit lower. This is absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose. These brushes are the easiest brushes I've ever used. This is fantastic. I think this looks amazing. We're almost done. I'm going to put on a little bit more of the NYX lip butter just because I feel like my lips are getting dry. So I'll go ahead and do that. And for my mascara, I'm going to use a LANCôME Lash Idol. I like this mascara a lot. It has a nice little curved wand. It's not clumpy. Goes on nice and easy. And as usual, I always make a mess. I don't know why. I don't think I ever do mascara where I don't get a mess up in here. I think it's just the length of my eyelashes. That's pretty. I'll let my mess dry, and then I will use my little spoolie to get rid of the mess. All right, let me get off my, there you go. See, that came right off, didn't even disturb the eyeshadow. If you don't have these, you need to go get them. They were in my Amazon favorites video. Okay, so this is the finished look. I'm in love with these brushes. I'm going to be using these all of the time. When I did my unboxing, I was impressed with the appearance. I was impressed with how soft they are. But now that I've actually used them, they're absolutely perfect. They just work so well with a hooded eye. There was no struggling. Everything went where I wanted it to go. Everything blended out great. They didn't put too much product. They didn't put too little of a product. They made it so easy and effortless to use. My review on these is love them. If you haven't gone out and gotten them, please do. Go to Angie's channel. I will list it down below. She has a discount code. I believe it's for 10% off. You're not going to be disappointed at all. It's going to make your makeup application so much easier, and you're going to be just thrilled. So that's it for today's tutorial using the new brushes. I'm glad that I waited to use them with you guys. I will list everything down below for you as I always do. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was a lot of fun. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. No. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.